Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor. Good afternoon, and welcome to Community Conversations. It's my pleasure to be here every week, sharing information through our conversations with other care partners and community members and all the wonderful people that make up paradise in Indian River County. And this week is no exception. A gal that I've known for quite some time, Bonnie Martinelli, from the CareNet Pregnancy Center of Indian River County, is another one of those pieces of the giant healthcare puzzle. She was just teasing me about Treasure Coast Community Health being like the Dollar General popping up everywhere. But the reality is that even though we seriously care for a lot of people with pleasure, one agency cannot do it all. And even if they could, we need to have choices. It makes us all better when there's a little bit of competition. And so I'm so happy that after 40 years.
This is our 40th year in Indian River County.
That is awesome. Just, you guys outlived Treasure Coast. We started 33 years ago. So we've learned a lot from our fellow partners, and we continue to exchange ideas. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor.
Well, you have recently moved your location, and you're now on the big 37th Street. You've made it.
That's exactly how we feel. Because for 29 years, we were in this little 1,700 square foot ranch style house, and we had our baby boutique across the street. And so we'd walk our mamas and dads over across the street to the baby boutique. But now we have a 5,000 square foot building, 2 blocks west of the hospital on 37th Street. They call it Miracle Mile. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we're so grateful. And we are in the medical specialties building, and we love that location. It's been great.
So I'm sure there might be 1 or 2 people that might have moved to town that don't know a lot about you. So
or unplanned pregnancy, she can come to CareNet, and all of our services are free. So we give them a medical grade pregnancy test, and we welcome the dads to come in because they are definitely a part of the equation. Mm-hmm. And then we offer them a limited ultrasound scan. And Dr. Presley has been our medical director for years and delivered thousands and thousands and thousands of babies here in Indian River County. It's quite funny when I hear someone, "Oh, you delivered me. You delivered me." And so we get to show them their baby's little heartbeat, and we can see a baby's heartbeat as big as my pinky nail, which is 3 millimeters, and as early as 5 weeks, 6 days. And
amazing.
So we do fetal development education with them and let them know at the moment of conception, her 23 chromosomes, his 23 chromosomes, joined together, and all the DNA was there. And we say, "Dad, you were part of determining the gender of the baby with your Y chromosome." So that draws him in. And then we have parenting and pregnancy and parenting classes, over 300 classes that they can take. And so we walk alongside of them 2.5 years after they have the baby, because we all know it gets much harder after you have the baby.
It sure does. With every rollover that the baby learns to do, they get that much closer to independence.
Yes.
And running and all those fun things that happen as toddlers. So, I had a Healthy Start here. So tell me about your relationship with them.
They are wonderful. They've come to visit us. We've visited them, and every one of our mamas get one of their brochures, and it's connected with Healthy Start, and they do the same thing. So they have nurses that get to go right into the home if the mother wants it, which is a beautiful thing. And so many of our moms appreciate their services. And then like for us, we have many one-on-one classes. So last year we had, between the baby boutique visits, our classes, and our one-on-one, we had over 4,700 visits by our moms and dads.
That's
so they
a
come.
lot.
Yeah, they usually, we love it for them to come weekly because it builds the relationship with them. And then they get baby bucks, and they get to go shopping in the baby boutique, and which is this beautiful boutique that has everything you can imagine. Right before I left, a wonderful woman dropped off this huge box of diapers and big box of wipes and these adorable brand new outfits.
That's like gold. I went shopping and saw what diapers have gone to and went, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, it is so expensive. And those are an absolute basic need. And so last month, we're in September, in August, we gave out over 8,000 diapers. And we have to even limit it to about 88 diapers per mom per month.
Yeah.
So that we have enough for all of our moms. And so they get diapers, wipes, car seats, high chairs, strollers, cribs, clothes galore, and all these other neat items that come in.
So if they have the opportunity to watch the videos or interact with you in certain ways, they can earn baby bucks.
Yes.
Otherwise, is it discounted in some fashion for them?
No, there's no money exchanged. Everything is completely free, and they earn it. So it's giving a hand up instead of a handout, and it helps them to become a better parent by watching these parenting classes from anything that you can imagine, whining, or, even if many of our clients have older kids, so even about teen things, they can watch these videos, and we can actually send it right to their phone because, everybody's on their phone.
Everybody's on their phone.
And we let them know, we can tell if you had a chance to watch this video because our software shows us, and if they did the homework, because they get points, for everything they do. And then when they come back in, they sit with our client advocate who has a fact sheet on the one that they just watched, and they can discuss it. So they can just better understand what they watched or ask questions.
So it's not like a group thing. They really get that individual one-on-one attention.
Yes, the majority of our classes are one-on-one. And, sometimes a mom just needs to come in and spill everything out.
Yes,
I'm
we
not
do.
sleeping, or the baby cries all night, or I need food, or I need to get a job, or he left me, or, so many stories, some very, very sad stories. And so that's why we're so happy that we can walk alongside of them. And we have a resource book 2 inches thick, and we try to direct them, like you said initially, we can't do everything, but we can help you get to the places and organizations that can help you.
That's wonderful because, in 100 years ago, we all had our nuclear families, our sisters, our moms, our aunts around us. That's a luxury that unfortunately many of us don't have anymore. And you can't always be calling, you feel like an idiot to ask some of these questions as a new mom yourself. So it's wonderful that you actually have that kind of support system. So you must have a lot of volunteers that come to you.
Thank the good Lord we do. Yes. We probably have about 50 volunteers that help us weekly. And we train them. They are fantastic. And many of them have had these wonderful careers and are newly retired, and they still want to do things to help people. And so they are fabulous, and they just really bond with our moms. I mean, it is really special to see how close they become. And
well, especially if mom doesn't mind them holding the baby, because there's nothing that you miss more about your own child rearing than those first months. And
very, very
how sweet they are.
Yes. And it's beautiful because as they come in, their bellies are growing. Next thing you know, they come in with this tiny little baby in their arms, and we give them this huge gift bag full of all kinds of items for their baby just for free as a congratulations gift. And then then their babies grow, and next thing you know, they're toddling all around, and it is really just fun watching these children grow up right before our eyes, and then also our moms transform into just feeling more confident in being a mother, and even getting careers, and even getting homes, cars,
connecting them
licenses.
up with the things that a support system would.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsors, but then we'll come back and we'll talk about more things like how you can afford to do all this.
Sounds good.
Great.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We have some important words from our sponsors, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
It's hurricane season. Prune your trees now with Scott Tree Services. Strengthen your trees against high winds and remove broken limbs that could cause damage. Don't get nervous. Call Scott Tree Services.
Sunshine Furniture.
If you dream of creating a home with furniture where you make life one long weekend, visit Sunshine Furniture now and save 50% on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture during the Fall Home event. Bedroom, living, and dining room, home office, media, and occasional furniture that is inviting and comfortable, Tommy Bahama and Lexington offer everything you need to furnish your floor at home. The Fall Home event ends September 30th, so come in now. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and buy local.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture, stop on in today and have a
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, where we provide primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pharmacy, discounts, substance use disorders, you name it. We're kind of a one-stop shop. And we do that because we understand that it's all connected from the roots of our hair down to the tips of our toes. And if one piece is a little off kilter, it's affecting other things. So we appreciate all of your loyal support. We hope that you are so pleased with your services, whether you are insured, uninsured, underinsured, or just between jobs, that you will recognize the value that we bring to you and keep coming, even when you have what you perceive as more choices. So give us a call. Particularly our medical staff is waiting to be able to help you with more preventative care. We do have a sliding fee scale discount, and we collaborate with a lot of great people in the community in terms of referrals and other aspects of care that we can't give. So one of those today is represented by CareNet Pregnancy Center of Indian River County. Bonnie, so good to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, we've been talking a lot about your services in your new location, which is wonderful, right down the street from the hospital. So if you haven't connected that dot yet, know that they have a beautiful suite of 5,000 square feet, and you have a baby boutique in it.
Yes, a very nice baby boutique where our mamas can, and dads,
And
want to get
dads,
the
that's
dads
right.
out, because they like to shop too, where they can actually go in and shop with their points and get the things that they need for their baby. So sometimes it's just the necessities, sometimes it's fun things, because we get so many donations. Thank the Lord, because
Yes.
just people are understanding now that we take their very gently used items. So if we would
Good to
put our
know.
grandchild or in it or on put it on, then it's in our baby boutique.
Well, that's wonderful. I was unaware that you were accepting gently used donations. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes the kids seem to just grow like that, and the outfit that you said would be just perfect for when the weather cooled, you're already past it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
good to know. Very good to know. Thank you.
And the consignment Once Upon a Child gives us a tremendous amount of things, which we are very grateful for.
That's over at the Miracle Mile?
They are by Ryan Wood Shopping Plaza.
Okay. Other mall.
Yes.
Shopping center.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Good to know as well, because if you're not around your building, if you're out by 58, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you have said that all of this is free. You offer free classes. You've got the baby boutique. You do a lot of it through volunteers. Mm-hmm. So if someone wanted to volunteer, how would they go about that?
They could call us at 772-569-7939, or they could email me, Bonnie at carenetchampions.org. And so we love our volunteers. We're so grateful for them. They help us tremendously. And one thing I forgot to add is we send a lot of our clients to TCCH with your sliding scale, and it's just such a blessing.
We appreciate
we hear
that.
Good things.
Good
things from them.
Good. I know it's an uncertain time. It's a time of change, and sometimes that can be overwhelming. But we have wonderful providers. Our pediatricians really look for more than just what's going on with the child. They really embrace the moms and dads as well, and try to make sure that they're following a healthy path for the sake of their children as well. So thank you.
Yeah. And I actually saw on the pediatrician site where you have the milestone forms and ask, all these great questions for your baby. Is your baby doing this, this, and this? I thought, this is great. This is so helpful.
They have traditionally done that as part of their training as pediatricians. And so I'm not sure that that's unique, but we have been working with the Moonshot Community Action Network as well. And so looking at those, I hate to say literacy, when we're talking about a 6 or 12-month-old.
They come to us too.
Yeah, looking at those milestones are important too. I found out some incredible things about brain development very early on, and how if a pathway isn't used by a certain age, your brain automatically starts to strip it away. So don't think that your baby is going to be overwhelmed. The more you can give them in terms of attention and literacy skills, the basics, sitting with them on your lap and turning the page and taking your finger left to right is the way we read words in English, and talking about the pictures and building basic vocabulary. They're little sponges, and we need to appreciate that.
Yeah. I found that fascinating too. I'm so glad that they come, and I read their sheet and I thought, this is so great for our moms. And so our moms bring their little ones.
So much has changed, For those of us that are grandmothers, it's like, what?
Right.
But it's the speed of knowledge, and they're up to the challenge, and we need to help support that very early on. The computers are wonderful. It's nice that we have all these devices like our phones that do more than call people, but there's no substitution for that interaction between an adult and a small child. So
for sure.
So your volunteers probably help with some of that as well.
Yes,
I'm
they
guessing.
do. They do. They learn new things that they can pass on to their mothers that they're working with, and we're always doing trainings, and we're doing trainings about what's going on in the community. There's so much. It's just endless. It is endless.
So do you take books in as well?
We do. Yes,
Okay.
we love the books, and we find, like you said, books are so valuable, and we encourage our moms to sit and spend that one-on-one time reading to their little ones.
Yeah, it seems overwhelming sometimes, all the advice that they get, but really 5 minutes of cuddle time is good for everybody in the
Amen.
family.
It is.
Just to take a little pause It doesn't have to be 2 hours. They don't have the attention span for that anyways.
Right.
So it's great. The one thing I wanted to ask you, though, I kind of hinted at before we took a station break, and that is, how are you able to do these things?
By Indian River County community. They are so wonderful. So the community supports us. We have individuals, businesses, and churches support us, and we apply for grants, and we will get an occasional grant, which we're grateful for. But it is amazing how this community really loves the babies and wants to see moms and dads succeed.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's beautiful.
And you do some fundraising too, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Let's get those
forget
events.
that? Because fundraising
can be very time consuming.
Yes, for a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 4 main fundraisers. Well, actually, really 3. We have our baby bottle campaign, which a lot of people probably have heard about. Many churches, this past year, we had about 44 churches participate in it. And so you get a baby bottle and you can fill it up with checks, cash, coins, preferably checks. That helps a whole lot. Much easier to count than the coins. And then we do our annual Walk for Life. And this past year, it was our 40th over at Riverside Park in the spring. And we were able to raise over $80,000, which was a huge blessing.
Wow.
Yes, that was great. And then what's coming up next, just a few weeks away, is our 40th anniversary fall fundraising banquet with Rebecca St. James. She is she was a real popular singer in like 2010, and she also had a segment of her music was for teens about basically choosing wisely, and thinking highly of yourself, which ties right into our student services program that we have.
Oh, I didn't know you had one.
Yes, it started in, I think, March or April. And so we connected with First Priority that actually gets into the schools. Okay. And it's great because Allie, our student services director, is able to talk to teens about choosing wisely and the preventive arm of CareNet. So there aren't unplanned pregnancies. And the kids are just eating it up. They want to hear this kind of thing. They really are all ears. And because, as we know, the culture has changed dramatically.
Yes, it has.
And so even the parents of our teens and tweens appreciate the knowledge that Allie can send to them, because it's just so different now with technology. Parents can't keep up with teens.
No, it is very different. But the dinner that you're hosting then, is that open to adults and teens? Or?
Yes, if teens would like to come. The seats are $100 a piece, and you can register at carenetchampions.org.
Okay.
And it's
Where's it going to be?
It is going to be at the IG Center, the big red roof building on Oslo Road.
Yeah.
And we've had our last 3 dinners there, and it's nice. 500 people can fit. And also 2J's will be catering it. So we'll have a delicious meal. We'll share information about CareNet and our new student services program. And then Rebecca St. James, she will be sharing and singing.
That's nice. So what day is it again?
It is on a Tuesday, October 29th.
Tuesday, October 29th. Okay, so mark your calendars. Better yet, call and make a reservation.
Yes.
Because I suspect that's going to be a sellout for them. So again, thank you, Bonnie, for sharing so much of what's going on. You're a strong supporter in our community and very valued. Thank you for all you and your volunteers do. And thank you for being with us. I hope this has been interesting and helpful to you. And I also hope that you share that information with others, because that's the kind of wonderful place we live in. And I'll be back next week. Have a great evening.